Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great to join you and the ranking member today. Appreciate all of you being here. It's something I'm going to channel my best Bernie Sanders if I could today. He often asks as the ranking member of the full committee about whether health care is right. I'm going to ask each of you yes or no question. Do parents have the right to choose where their child goes to school? Start right here.
Do they or should they?
Do parents have the right to choose where their children attend school?
I would argue that they should, but not all do.
Okay.
I would echo my colleague to my right that they should, but not all currently do have that option.
Yes, parents do have that right, and we need to implement policies that ensure that they should. Unfortunately, we have 35 states doing that with private school choice and 47 with charter schools, so we're on the right track.
In our district, they already do. We have a robust choice system of community schools, magnet schools, neighborhood schools, charter schools. Parents have full
Can
choice.
they choose
already.
anywhere they want to go?
Of course they can.
Private school?
And we have private schools that parents can choose to go to.
So you get my point. And this is, I know I can't believe we're still having this conversation as a nation because, first of all, I want to thank all educators, whether you're in a public school, a private school, a charter school, a career tech school, a magnet, whatever it is. It's a hard job, and it's a really, really, really important job. And it's just an amazing thing. Since I've been here, I have a appreciation for the fact that it seems like we always want to pass laws to tell people what to do with their lives. But we never really want to trust to give them the freedom to do the things that they think is best. They think are best for them or for their children. I come from Ohio. It was home of the Zellman case, 2002. Settled the score right there. Supreme Court. Parents have the right to choose. Voucher systems, scholarship systems are allowed in this country. And when I was Speaker of the House in Ohio, I created the Ed Choice Scholarship Program. 4,000 students attend school of their choice. Now in Ohio, that's over 100,000 parents who've decided that's a good idea for them and for their children. And I just think it's so important that we do that. I'll quickly ask, sorry, Miss
Gentles?
Gentles. Okay, tell me, what do you think about what we did in the big beautiful bill in terms of giving the ability to fund scholarships through the program? Does that help?
It's going to help. It's not going to be implemented until January 2027. Want to make sure we know it's not an education program. It does not take dollars from education. It is a program that will be administered by the Department of Treasury, and there'll be rulemaking that will be putting this program in place. And
it's people who want to donate to it, right?
Yeah,
it's
not a voucher for $1,700.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for taxpayers to take the dollars that they would have given to Uncle Sam and send it to a scholarship granting organization that can create scholarships of whatever amount for students who might need support in order to attend schools of their choice.
So I've been in the last 25 years to hundreds of schools, public schools, private schools, charter schools. And I'm serious. I think that what the people that work in all those schools as teachers and educators, God bless them, they're fantastic. But one thing I've learned about kids is that not all of them learn the same. Not all have the same passions. Not all of them come from the same background. So schools have a very difficult choice being a one size fits all. And the more that we can do to help provide a menu of options for those families and those children, the better off they'll be, because not everybody wants to go to college. There's career tech education. There are all kinds of things. But the one thing that we just will finish with this question for anybody who wants to take it. Coach talked about this. The science of reading is a proven method for improving literacy and reading. And we've had many, many places around this country that said, no, we're going to do it a different way. Now that's being exposed. Any of you who have an expertise in that, want to share a thought about how that is the best way to do literacy and reading?
I'm happy to take that, Senator. Thank you for that question. We have benefited from decades of research about how children learn to read. That's what rolled up is called the science of reading. Sometimes you hear people give that a shorthand of phonics, but there's actually 5 elements to that. Phonemic awareness was like if you're a child who matches a letter with a sound, you learn that. Phonics, you're putting those together to learn how to sound out a word. Fluency, you're starting to get better at reading. Vocabulary, you learn more words. And then comprehension is sort of the holy grail, right? Where you can read a book or an article and think about it, ask questions, understand a main idea. That's generally the science of reading. It should not be controversial to teach what research has told us. There have been some problematic curriculum not based on research that have become very popular around the country. That was what was in my son's school. And I think we have to, state policy can really lead here to make sure that teachers understand the right way to teach. What is the evidence base? Why should I teach this way? Why does it make a difference for kids? And then have the instructional materials, the coaching, the support to make sure it's implemented. And then quite frankly, to measure the outcomes. We always have to be measuring the outcomes to know what's really happening for kids. Sometimes we get distracted by inputs that focus on adults, but at the end of the day, we're all here because we want children to be successful. So the evidence base is very clear about the right way to teach.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. Chairman.